They're back. Well, sort of. Games Workshop has just put out a new line of bases for both Warhammer 40k and Age of Sigmar. Spiky bits. What's up, Hobby Maniacs? Baer here again on a fantastic release weekend. Now, we have new bases. We've had 40k bases before. We've had Age of Sigmar bases before. But now they're never both together, and there's a little surprise inside. They don't suck. I'll just throw it out there. These are a complete 180 degree, 360 degree, whichever way you want to go with it, departure from the two sets of bases that they put out in the past for both game systems. These are incredibly detailed bases that, while you don't get a whole lot in the box, I think you get 10 in the Age of Sigmar one and 8 in the 40k one. They're amazing, and I think it's kind of like a must-have for most folks out there, because even if you just need one, you still have the rest of the stuff in the box for the next time you make a model. So I'm really digging these. So first off, let's zoom in and take a closer look at the box and then what's in the box. So the new bases are clocking in for both systems at $35, which, you're like, hey, there's 8 in here, so these are like $4 a base. You're basically paying the same price as, say, like, a Space Marine or something like that. At $4 each, a box of Space Marines is what, $40? So divide that by 10 and you get $4. Well, these are roughly $35 for 8 models, and so it comes out to right around the same if you start thinking about it, start breaking down the dollars on it. Now, maybe that's the reason these are so well detailed, because you're not getting a bunch of bases just kind of like I guess like kind of like a bundle deal, or I guess, what is it, like one, like I don't know the word for it. I want to say bundle deal, but it's like a bulk deal. That's what it is. So you're not really getting a bulk deal. You're getting quality over quantity, I feel like, because, take a look at this stuff. Like, these are literally almost models in and of themselves. You got a Lehman Russ turret. You've got a piece of some sort of ruined building. You got steps. Part of the defense line kind of thing. You've got something that, some pipes and a little piece of steel right there, some bombs. Like, these are miniatures in and of themselves, and you're paying that kind of miniature price. So when you start looking at the actual detail on these, I could definitely see the call for having to be a little bit more detailed. Now here, you can definitely see right off the bat, like I can see it in the camera, view screen, and it's only 3 inches wide. Like, I can tell that plating right there is definitely detailed. I can see the crispness, look at that, and the depth of that little spiky bit, so to speak. Like, I can see the ruined rock right here. Like, I can see all the skulls and everything. So I like this product offering just because of the fact that it's way more detailed. Like, you can assemble them. You could use parts of these on other things, like, the whole pipes and things right here. You've got the barrel goes into here. Like, you could leave it off, and they even did to where it's basically like there's some liquid or water in it. Like, I really like what they did with this. And over here's where the Lehman Russ turret goes on to this sprue, or to this base right here, the 60 mil base, and then of course the steps go on this guy right here. So overall, I'm digging what's happening here. Like, I get it. I don't think you can make the case. Here, let's take a closer look so you can see the whole sprue right there. So you definitely can make the case that these are way more detailed than the bases that they put out with these Sector Imperialis bases earlier in the year. You don't get as many. Obviously, you get 8. You get some of these skulls and things like that. I think it's roughly 30 of them that you can put on the basis for additional detail. Now, a lot of people were like overly, they're like, hey, you came in too hot on that review. And I was like, yo, I was going with my heart. Like, we know they can cast plastic of this quality. And me and my hearts of hearts, I feel like this quality is what we saw on the box. And I don't want to be overly negative about it because, quantities can vary or be different than what's inside the box. But at the end of the day, you got to look at that box. You got to look at what came in that box. And then you got to look at this box. You got to look at what came in this box. And you're just like, wait a minute, something doesn't add up. And I don't think it's fair to hobbyists out there. But this is a review, so I am going to give you my opinion. I am going to come in hot if I feel it's necessary. I'm going to tell you it doesn't suck if I feel it's necessary. I like the detailing on this. I feel like at $35, you are spending the same money as you would for a figure. I mean, think about that for a minute before we like, wave the flag and say, job well done, it's a clean sweep here, because you're getting 2 sprues. You're basically getting a model kit. Now, I could see where you might want to stock up and pick this up and then, have it for later for dioramas and things like that. But at $35, it is what it is. This is an expensive product. You are paying a model price for bases, straight up. Like that's the crux of the matter right here. Are they worth the money? Well, if you say it isn't worth the money, I suppose you could make the case that a model isn't worth the money either, because these are on the same par and quality level as a model. They just might not be as big, you know what I mean? So that's just a personal preference thing. So here's the Age of Sigmar flavors of these. Now I think they say there's 10 bases, but I swear I counted more. So let's take a look. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I swear Games Workshop site says there's only 10, but whatever. I guess you get 11. Unless they're not counting one of these as a base, but whatever. I really dig this little chaos kind of skull shrine thing right here. I like the skull design. You've seen this in the past from all sorts of resin manufacturers out there, right? But it's cool to see it from Games Workshop themselves. So here's the breakdown of everything you get in here, plus you're only getting, I think, 12 or 14 of these little skulls that you can put to kind of adorn the bases and kind of make them your own. Now, once we open it up, and remember, both of these are definitely made in China, and we've seen high quality products come out of China for Games Workshop, and we've seen low quality products come out of China for Games Workshop. So it is what it is. It's whatever they order and whatever they get in, I feel like, in that regard there. So here's both the sprues, and you can kind of see it crops it here on the camera, but that's going to get us in there and get us a nice good image though. So again, I can tell right looking through the viewfinder, not even looking down at the actual minis themselves. These are incredibly crisp, well detailed, literally miniatures, because now you're talking at $35, you're getting roughly 10, you're talking $3.50 a model, which you could make the case that there is some other box sets out there that cost about the same. Like a box of Guardsmen is $29, $3 each, you know what I mean? So you're literally paying miniature prices still, even though you're getting more bases in this kit. And you can kind of see how they go together. Like here's the Chaos Skull little throne kind of thing, and it goes on the steps. I guess it's these steps. Looks like, nope, this is a separate steps. Well, all the steps it goes on, I don't know which one. No, it's not that one. I guess it goes, what does it go on this? Yeah, I guess it goes on this. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's a 2-part right there. So it goes onto that, and then that snaps onto another piece here, which looks to be, of course, because there's no there's no instructions, womp. Looks like it goes into this, and then this goes onto a base. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's really cool. I mean, take a look at this. This is incredibly well detailed. I mean, you can see all the little details, the skulls and everything in here. This base is ginormously huge. I mean, how cool would it be to see like one of those Dracoths, on top of this, just like, rah. I love those things. They're like people say they're dragons, but I feel like they're just big battle cats. That's what I like about them. More super detailed skulls right here. Man, how cool will it be to get this many bases of this detail for like a corn army or something like that? They would look amazing. Oh my gosh. So I'm really smitten with this. I love this little kind of pillar. What is this, a Doric or Ionic? I forget which one, but it's basically kind of mausoleum-esque, I guess you could say. The way it's painted up on here, kind of, I guess, what is it, ethereal, whichever you want to call it. But I'm digging this. I like the product. for the price point. I think you can say it is worth the money because we pay the same prices for GW figures out there. However, after seeing the bases and then seeing these particular bases, I feel a little let down. Like, wait a minute, what are you trying to push on us here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my gut feeling, and that's what I'm conveying to you. But again, vote with your dollars, buy what you like, and have fun with the hobby. And that is what it's all about.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.